What's going on, guys? It's your boy Sayincraft here with a brand spanking new video. Now, my last video was a music video, so you can see where my channel's gone. So I got good news then, because if you didn't like the music video and you didn't like any of my other videos, then you're probably gonna like hearing this. For a moment, I'm going back to my Five Nights at Freddy's roots to bring you some nice, good footage of Purple Guy Redemption 5. No, it's Purple Guy Let me say that again. It's Five Nights as Purple Guy 5, Purple Guy Redemption. Now, if you've been following me for a while, or you clicked on this video because you saw a Purple Guy and you were into Man Behind the Slaughter memes, you might know Five Nights as Purple Guy. That's what I'm trying to say. So this is a series I made when I was like 5 years ago, when I was like 14 or 15. In Game Maker Studio, I made up a little game called Five Nights as Purple Guy, where you run back and forth, and it did considerably well. It got millions of views on YouTube and got quite a few downloads. I obviously followed up with a sequel, which was terrible, and then I followed that up with another sequel, which was the third one, which was actually like a 3D first-person shooter like Doom, which is probably the most playable of all of them. And I followed that up with an unfinished game called Five Nights as Purple Guy 4, and that's unfinished, and it's on my Game Jolt. And even though it's full of crappy default Unity assets, people still really liked it. And you know what? That means a lot. A lot of people still email me to this day saying, "Hey Scott, I love your Five Nights at Freddy's and Five Nights as Purple Guy fan games. So where can I download them?" And the answer to that is there's the original 3 games and the 4th one are on my current Game Jolt page under Five Nights as Purple Guy Trilogy Edition and Five Nights as Purple Guy 4 Dead Project. Dead Project meaning the project is dead. It's not a cool name. A lot of people got that confused. And in the light of broken, unfinished games, I bring you guys Five Nights as Purple Guy 5. As you can see, it says 2019 up in the top left corner there. That's because I started this in 2018, but I haven't updated it since 2019, but trying to finish it in light of COVID-19, I thought people might want to waste their time on Five Nights as Purple Guy 5 during the quarantine, in case that's somehow good news to anybody. So I opened up the files on the wrong version of Unity. Now what that means is I ruined the files. They're corrupted. There's no going back. I didn't have a backup. So this is the last exported and playable update. And in real life, I did hand quotes for playable, because as you'll see in a few seconds, you'll see how this game is not necessarily the most playable of them all, but it is a stable build, and for the most part. So I'll show you guys this, and the Game Jolt download will be in the description. So basically, of course, we got my full 3D pixel adaptation of Purple Guy here. It's not pixel, it's just rectangles for the most part. This is using Unity 2018.4. Well, no, this one's 2018.2. I screwed up by importing it into 2018.4. So this is 2018.2 running with the Opsive plugin. So the character controller is Opsive. So at the time this came out, I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Or I started this, I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and thought it'd be sick to make a Western game. And I thought, what better one of my series to throw into a Western game than Purple Guy, because it was really easy to do the player model. So as you can see here, if any of you have played the other games in Five Nights as Purple Guy 2, 3, and even 4, Phone Guy is the antagonist. So even though it's not clearly said, you do fight him as a boss fight in the 2nd and 3rd one, and in the 4th game is standing there with a bunch of default Unity asset robots shooting at you. So what other reason would Purple Guy have Phone Guy in his room as a punching bag? You know, you can pick up this knife that's stabbed right into the door. You can't miss it. You pick that up and you just beat the crap out of this. So you can actually switch into first person, where you get this terrible camera effect, which is supposed to make it look like you're in bullet time, like in the regular Red Dead Redemption. This was just a mistake, because honestly, third person combat kind of stinks, especially in this. So if you want to go in first person, you're stuck with this terrible effect, and I would change that if I could, but like I said, the files are corrupted. Although that being said, you can see your legs, so that should make up for it. Games are better when you can see your legs. So yeah, the original premise of this, there was going to be a boss fight and more to it, but Phone Guy had invaded the Wild West for some reason, and for some reason you go back in the Wild West to stop him from putting up phone lines. So it was like a corrupt phone line maker in the Wild West, and you got to stop him. And he's got crews, this purple guy, Phone Guy crews all around the Wild West. You got to go to outposts, destroying the phone lines. Really, it's a cute idea, but it never came to light. So let's open up this door. The sun is currently setting in the game. I spent too long talking. It's like the middle of the day when you start playing. So there you got the sun setting. You know, it doesn't look too bad. The Unity 2018 update graphics engine's a lot better than Unity 5, which I've been using for most of my life. This is my first non-Unity 5 project I've made. The other ones, including my next game that's going to come out called GOB 2020, runs in Unity 5. So it's a little open world sandbox area. You can see you've got a building over there. You got a couple buildings somewhere. Oh, over there. You got one back there and the little house. So I'm going to start by scaling this mountain to get a little special weapon I added. So at the same time I was making this, I was working with an old friend who I've made other projects with, called Noinak. We were working on a fantasy RPG, I guess you could call it, called Land of Arcane. I made him a nice little sword, modeled it. A little proud of it. The game never came to light like most games I'm involved with, but here you can pick up the sword here, you know, pick that up. It looks quite sick if you ask me. It doesn't fit in any sense with this game. It's a Western with Purple Guy as your main protagonist, but you know, it's kind of sick to run around with this. Can pick up weapons off the dead bodies that explode for some reason. So I'm going to run back to the house because much like Red Dead Redemption and all good Western games, there is a horse you can ride around. Now unlike Red Dead Redemption, there is no balls on it, and it is quite terrible to control. So you just kind of sprint up to the little guy and press F, and that bottle there should be able to heal you. So there's really not a lot to say about this game. It really is just this open world. I was just starting it out. It really is a shame that the files broke. I would have loved to add a little, at least scrolling text to explain it. Maybe more objectives, more Five Nights at Freddy's animals roaming around you can hunt. You know, just small things to make this a bit more playable and thematically correct. But we have this, so I'll just show you the other thing that barely resembles Five Nights at Freddy's is actually inside this building. Now I'm going to try to get a close look at that guy. His red, and he's got the similar purple guy character model. So they're supposed to be like the Phone Guy henchmen. They're hostile on sight. They don't walk around. It's quite lazy. And but as you can see, this is supposed to be like a saloon. It's quite barren if you ask me, and it's still got some default Unity assets in it, like the like that explosive barrel over there that looks more fitting in a sci-fi setting than a Western. Oh my god, I'm about to be pulverized. Okay, well I'm dead. You know, you're typical. But the floor there was supposed to be reminiscent of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. You could tell probably with the tiles. So I might run around a bit more. I do want to say a few things. I haven't been active lately. There's a few videos I want to make, but I haven't. So you might see more content from me other than music videos and video game related things like that I made, like this terrible little thing. But I also want to say this and my next game, GOB 2020, are probably going to be the last fan games I ever make. That's where I got my start. That's how I got my subscribers on YouTube, and that's how I got any following I have. And I just want to thank everybody for supporting me and liking my games and downloading them. It really does mean a lot. Even though Purple Guy was never my creation, I really did feel like I at least had a little stake in the Purple Guy world and fandom, Five Nights at Freddy's fandom, by making games like Five Nights at Freddy's 4 Leaked Edition, Five Nights at Purple Guy. And like I said, I still get emails to this day of people asking where they can download them, or just saying that they were a big part of their childhood because they couldn't afford Five Nights at Freddy's or something, and it's sweet. So I hope for those handful of you of the world that are interested in these games, this will be a fun time killer amid this pandemic. So with that being said, I'll kill this guy and run around a bit more, and I'll probably end it. Stay tuned. I'm going to start releasing more original games. Why isn't he firing at me? There he goes. I'm gonna start releasing more original games. I've got a few in the works that hopefully people will like. And yeah, just thanks. Link in the description to download this. And please don't unsubscribe. Subscribe if you're new. Yeah, it's been a great, 5 years making these games. And even though this is unfinished, full of crappy stolen ideas, and is quite buggy and laggy and probably won't run on most low-end computers because it's poorly optimized, I hope you guys enjoy it. And Purple Guy will return in GOB 2020, so stay tuned for that. But other than that, this will be my rendition of Purple Guy's last official appearance in anything. Not that it was official in any means to begin with. So, see you next time, guys. Thanks for sticking around. And stay busy during this pandemic.
Inside the book that I wrote, all the words that we spoke, yet only with our eyes. Now is the time to choose. Somebody wins and some lose. I can see through your disguise. Lay it down, hope for something better. Looking at the clouds, the cyber and the weather. You can't keep this up. The lies are just too much. Kick back, start another fire. Looking at the clouds, making shapes that you admire. And you can't stop it now, 'cause you don't know how.
Now, if you guys remember, we did play number 1, and apparently we decided to make a number 2 now.
Alright guys, welcome to Five Nights as Purple Guy 3D, apparently. So, basically, first of all, Sayincraft, you're amazing, you're a genius, and, one of very few.
Now that's a supply drop.